Hello there, and welcome back to Corey Loses, where today we are once again continuing our Thrawn's Revenge 3.3 preview playthrough as the New Republic. In the last few episodes, we have been trying to cut down on the Hapes expansion, because they have been just going at it. So I'm kind of thinking I want to do a Jedi stealth mission from here over to Halmad before they get too built up. This could just risk Luke and Kyle, but I'm going to probably send a spy in. We have a ton of money right now, but I think we do want to save up another 20,000. Actually, if we just wait out this rest of the week for credits, that'll be the Viscount under production. So that's probably what we're going to do there. Because we have enough defending on some of the other worlds. We're still building up some stuff on some of the other planets. And I might even want to move some of that production, though. No, we're still building stuff on Kuwait and everything, so we don't need to move any of that. But how is the fleet with Han in it? 235. You know what? We will put them in to help fight the Hapens there. And I don't want. Okay, they're quickly building up the structures. Very Hapen thing for them to do. It's a pretty weird northern side of the map where, like, there's a bit left of the Empire and the Greater Maldrude, but the factions that we're mostly going to be dealing with are the CSA and Hapens, it looks like. We don't know what's going to shake out between the Pentastar alignment and the Empire. I'm not even sure which faction has the most legitimacy right now. So once we end the Greater Maldrude, where are they going to go? Who knows? One thing that I kind of do want to do, though, is even if you're not playing as the Empire, have the information accessible somewhere for the enemy factions. Not like the full breakdown, but just so you can know, like, if the leaders are alive or something, and have a general idea of what's going on. There's some... I kind of go back and forth on that, because there's some benefits to it just being a surprise, but you never know. Alright, well, we have not the trap you're looking for getting built. And we have the Bothan Spy. So let's see if how the ground units are on one of these. We do also have a open command slot. Just the one, right? Yeah. So maybe we should run a poll on that, because who do we got? We have Cien Sov, we have Willem Burke, we have Adder Talon, we have Ragub, we have Nance, and we're not getting Dorat. So I don't know if Triton, if you would potentially be able to set that up. Otherwise, I might be able to between some of the battles. You know what? I think we can handle this, though.
Invasion commencing.
Like Sov, Ragab, Burke. Thank you. We'll get that one all twitched on. I don't know if we're gonna be able to like hold this planet afterwards, but I think we should be able to sneak through. They have a ground commander. We can take out the structures, we can get the planet, and then we'll see if they decide to take it back, if the Empire takes it back. We'll see who takes what. Oh, and I'll gladly take the money as well. I don't love that. Like, the vehicles are going to be a bit difficult for us to deal with if they're in a mass, but if they're trying to deal with us one-on-one, then Luke and Kyle should be able to... Okay, run away from that. Or no, what? We have two there. If those two aren't going to be quite in range, we're going to be able to win that. That's scarier.
Let's move out, men.
Some infantry there.
Moving. This should be fun.
Let me help.
And Luke,
They won't see anything.
are they going to be able to follow? Yeah, the stealth is so dumb in this game. It's not really...
I'm going. On my way.
It's kind of like Sins, where like the AI knows where you are regardless. I mean, in Sins, players do as well, because it's not really a
You're overcome.
stealth of any kind. Okay, they've pulled apart. Can we 2v1 this? Or 2v2 this? Okay, go for the one he's not going for. Eh.
Order acknowledged.
Hey, Luke's taking damage. Run! Run! Run!
On the move.
We need to be able to get to the structures.
We've lost a build pad.
Moving out. Right away. Give me a little cover fire. Let's move out, men.
Alright, we lost him. Kind of.
Moving. Order acknowledged.
If we retreat, we die. We have to... We have to not retreat.
On the move. Heading out.
I don't like that they're all together in that mass, and they might have enough credits that they want to build a set of field bases. They have 3 landing zones.
Can you give me a little cover fire?
It's probably... I'm not going to waste the money on...
Moving.
on field bases for this,
Order
because
acknowledged. On my way.
we're mostly doing commando-y stuff, so I mean, commandos might help with that.
On the move.
We're not going to be able to get that
Heading
much out of them.
Moving out. Right away.
We have captured an
Oh, see if we can get up to those structures in the base. And there, if we need to make a quick getaway, there is the infantry path up there.
Moving.
Commander Skywalker reporting.
Okay, Luke on that
Where do you
one,
need me?
What do you
Kyle on that one.
Heading to position.
And that'll take us out to the next structure as well.
Awaiting your signal. Right.
Okay,
You'll find
Luke, you can go up there.
Roger that.
Kyle,
Copy.
what kind of structure is this? It's another... No, this is the
There you
barracks.
are. I'll get
Alright, that's at least the garrisons, because the last structure was an ion cannon, I think?
Ready for action. On
Yeah, I'm going to try not to split them up too
Let's
much.
get going. Order acknowledged.
There we go. Alright, so we do have a poll going on Twitch
On my way.
for who our next commander is going to be
Heading to position.
to replace the newly retired Chaldorat. He won't get any of these infantry back.
Right away.
And let's,
Distracted for me.
transmit the
Luke,
order.
can you get that? There you go.
What's up?
There's only one vehicle here.
I copy.
Alright. The fire dragons aren't going to be as bad, because they might get a lucky shot with their main cannon, but against regular infantry, that's going to be a problem. Against the Jedi, we should be able to heal up in the time between it.
Got it. Yeah.
But if there's 2,
Yes.
we're good. Or we're less good.
Can you give me a
They're
little
good.
cover fire? Let's move out, men.
The ones that I'm really worried about are the Ranas.
Acknowledged. On my way.
Okay, they are probably going to be trying to hang out near the victory point.
On the move. Heading out. Moving out.
Yeah.
Right away.
Okay, can we lure one of you away?
Distracted for me.
No, come on.
Can you give me a little cover fire?
Hmm.
Let's move out, men.
If it's... Is it just the 3?
Standing by.
Like, the Rana is the most dangerous of them.
Could be easy.
Okay, let's see if we can get the Rana down with a group attack. Okay. I think we got it. I think we got it. No, we got it. Can't fight the... I'm gonna just go out on a limb and say they're the 2 of the strongest Jedi Council members. I'm making that claim right now. Okay, Kyle, you're on victory point grabbing duty.
Ready for action.
Luke, you're on standing away so that anything that comes for the victory point isn't going to draw Kyle away duty.
Be right there. Heading there now. You can count on me.
And then if we get attacked
I'll be there.
on Helmad, we're screwed.
We are victorious.
Okay, do they have something under construction?
System conquered.
Silgal was on the council yet.
Beginning construction.
But Silgal had an accident last episode. So we don't talk about Silgal here anymore. How's the poll looking? So far, Ragab, with his modified ISD-1, is leading by quite a bit. Alright, let's see. We'll try to build up a few of these. Like, Helmad being up to level 4 is pretty good. But we won't be able to build up to level 4. So we'll have to build, like, turbo laser defenses and that kind of thing instead. Alright. Greater Meldrude is probably where we want to go next. Where's this come out to? That's out to Droman Kaas. It'd be nice to have a bit more damage in this fleet. Maybe with the Interdictor ISD and the MC-80B, that'll be the case.
Star Destroyer reporting in.
Alright, we have these guys in. That's still Grant. That's okay. This should be enough to attack on Hapes. I'm gonna send them over to Truva.
Battle imminent.
So we'll be able to take out Lantillies and Hapes, hopefully. I didn't want to just do Lantillies right away and have both of those battles at the same time.
We've located the enemy.
Just had to get the OBS window back open. Sorry for that freeze. I changed the encoder because I noticed some lag in the recordings that when I was editing yesterday's stuff that that I don't have when actually playing. That was kind of similar to the stuttering when I was doing the Spider-Man streams. So I'm hoping that that resolved it, or that helps. But I'll have to keep an eye on that. Got Prosperous Unification. I'll have to check the names of those other two. Great Ghost.
Reinforcements
Wedge.
en route.
Of course.
On Grant.
We can do that.
We have Hephaestus
There's
Hope.
nothing we can't handle.
We have
Orders
an
received.
Assault Frigate. This is how Liberty dies. Acreage coming your way. This is a very capital-heavy fleet. I probably want to switch some of these out into a different fleet.
Roger, setting course.
Quasar, Magic School Bus. Alright. And Cheesecake.
Away.
All power to the shield.
Yes, sir. We are moving.
Got you on the comm.
Ready and willing. Prepare for combat.
Reporting.
Alright. It's going to be important for us to focus as much as possible on this. Alright. We also need to make sure that their fighters and bombers don't get through.
Ready for orders. Target confirmed.
We're ready, Admiral.
Captain here.
Try not to let one on your tail.
MC-90 Star Cruiser reporting.
Y-Wing Squadron reporting.
Watcher 6. Let's go.
Okay, the bombers are closer to the back on that.
Y-Wing standing by. Starting my run.
Reporting in. It's as good as gone. Lasers linked and ready.
This front one should be dead. Okay.
Ready for command.
I was kind of worried about South Fork,
Yes.
but it shouldn't get its shields dropped right now.
Republic.
They are going to have a lot of reinforcements coming from the station, but they don't actually have a shipyard. I don't know why they don't have a shipyard right now. But it's gonna save us some trouble. Alright. You guys, Han, get in there. Wedge, get in there.
Changing course to intercept.
Interceptor squad reporting.
Yes, sir.
Alright. This lag is actual lag on my medical supplies and back. Yeah, that's Nemesis getting ahead of things that may not ever actually be things. So, yeah, ignore that. It shouldn't be there yet. It may not. It shouldn't necessarily be there at all.
MC-90 Star Cruiser reporting.
This is the captain.
Okay. We are losing a lot of these bombers, so I should probably move them back. They're going to be more useful against the Aphelion.
Warm up. Enemy unit disabled.
Got you on the comm.
Intercepting.
Right now, it's mostly just the fighters.
Awaiting orders.
I'll put on the sensor jamming. Then any of the bombers that get in aren't going to be as effective. Okay, the heavier bombers, you guys need to move back. And we've actually got pretty strong shields on a lot of them. Yeah, I think that's all the actual ships. What's the shield strength? It is almost 40,000. Okay, I don't know that we want to wait out the shield regen on the home one type. I think we'll just start moving into it now. Alright, looks like Sov has won the poll. So we'll be putting him in charge of that Corson fleet. Or possibly a different fleet, and then he can be a bit more active and leave the Corson fleet on defense for a little bit. Because it's had a lot of action. It could possibly use a break. Let's get all of our bombers in over here. Wings. Okay. Grant, you can move up. Prosperous Unification, you can move up. And Fairweather Friends, you can move up. Then it's just a lot of killing the fighters on the way.
Reading you. There's nothing we can't handle.
What's the reserves on the Battle Dragons? Okay, no reserves on the Battle Dragons.
I've got it lined up.
So we'll be dealing with the end of the reinforcements from the Aphelion here. With just the one Battle Dragon, it shouldn't be able to do that much to us.
Try not to let one on your tail.
Marauder cruiser here.
Little Marauder.
He's in range. Try not to let one on
Not even a named one.
Awaiting orders.
Grey Ghost. Move up to.
I've got my approach vector.
It's still a lot of fighters and bombers around for them.
That's it. Scratch one.
But oh shit, that's actually a second Battle Dragon.
Keep your eyes open.
Yes, sir.
This is the captain.
Okay, both of those need to drop as quickly as possible. Because I don't want to get into the station without shields on any of our ships. Have you thought about, Flagar's asking, have you thought about doing story type stuff that Shaq does for intros or put on a costume for the fact you're playing as to spice things up? I definitely don't have the budget for costumes. I'm not a very narrative player for that kind of stuff, especially for these preview playthroughs. Like, if I do any kind of narrative stuff, it'd just be, like, edited videos where that's the whole video. But, like, on top of that, doing multiple episodes per week, trying to do multiple videos for multiple channels per week, that's just more time than I have. Like, Shaq is typically doing a couple streams per week, and usually he ends up doing 1 or 2 Empire War episodes, and maybe another video or 2. But I don't have the time to do that same production value per episode. It's a lot easier to justify with more views per video, but yeah. Not a thing that's particularly reasonable for me to be able to do right now. Can we get shield on you? No.
I've got my books back there. Yes, Commander. I copy. Moving to attack position.
I already have a plan.
Yes, sir.
Well, it's not even about time spent modding, it's that, like, I do daily videos on loses, plus streams, plus daily clips, up to 2 daily clips, plus datapad. So I really don't have any extra time to spend on anything right now. And it's not like, even if over the long term having those intros, maybe that'd increase views a little bit, but that'd be a reduction in the baseline level of videos that are coming out, because I literally cannot add another thing to do to my schedule. So it'd ultimately mean a reduction on the channel for a long time, and that's just not a reasonable thing.
I am available. Our target priority is the laser. Endurance on station.
Especially, like, considering that's not my personality, like, that's not the kind of thing that would really be my style to begin with. It's harder for me to look at that as the right thing to do for me. I'm not a role player.
Walk weapons and fire. Endurance class at your disposal, sir.
Alright, are you dead? You're not dead. No one's dead. Some people are dead, just not here.
Choose your position wisely.
Ready and willing. Focus fire on their weapons.
Alright, yeah, if those 3 want to hit the Meridian 1, that'll be safest for Hephaestus Hope. Because once the shields go down on this, it'll be a bit easier for them to destroy it than some of the other ships. But I think we've hit most of the hard points on this side.
You are in need of my expertise.
MC-90 Star Cruiser reporting.
You need my help. Our target priority is the laser ready.
Alright. That seems to be true of both of them now. But we shouldn't lose anything else. And by anything else, I mean anything. I don't think we've actually lost anything.
How can we be of service?
Endurance on
Ready
station.
and willing.
You also just don't want to, like, straight up rip off someone else's video style.
MC-90 Star Cruiser reporting. How can we be of
We're gonna get Power to Shields back on any view? Okay. South Fork is just gonna calmly fly away now. It did its job, it's tanked. It is on lunch break. I say so often that none of them are on lunch break, but this time I'm approving the break. It's getting the time off.
Ready and
Even if union rules didn't make me do it.
taking down their defenses. MC-90 Star Cruiser reporting.
And it's just a sad little trade port that's left for them. I think they have a couple other planets that'll be a level 5. So they might have the doubled up structures on those planets though too. Thoughts on doing 1v1s against people like Bob, Triton, Shadow, etc. I mean, I do want to do more skirmish streams at some point. It's just that's another thing where I have to be able to fit it into the schedule on top of the other stuff. So that kind of just happens when it happens. Ideally, I'd like it to alternate on some of the Friday streams with the community challenge stuff. But if I'm doing like 2 EaW playthroughs, then also doing a third EaW stream per week. That's a lot of EaW. I do want to do some other games sometimes as well. Like right now we got Stellaris going. So it
Ready and willing.
We're ready, Admiral.
hopefully I'll be able to do more of it, but I don't know exactly when that'd be. Maybe if we do another of the dev tournaments, then
MC-90 Star Cruiser reporting.
I'd try to record some of those again. I did do like a cash prize for the team for that last one, but that also took like a year for us to get through. And one thing I do want to work on for that is like an observer slot for the tournaments, so that we can actually see what's going on without it being like 420p Discord streams.
Ready and willing. For the New Republic.
It was like we streamed the finale here on Twitch, but I never actually edited down the recordings. So like I got them from was it Caesar and Bob for the finals? It was like I got a video file from one of them. It would have been difficult to actually get it into a usable form for YouTube, and especially since like I hadn't done anything for the prior rounds of the tournament, because it just hadn't been feasible for me to be around and for them to get recorded. It just wasn't really worth the effort to try to turn that into a video. So it lived on Twitch. For those that were there, they got to see it happen live. Yeah, that's a much bigger fleet. Oh shit, we're starting to lose stuff on Lantillies. Let's go destroy that. And I'm gonna save on the way. Yeah, so we'll put Sov somewhere. I don't know if Corson is the best place for him, because I know that we're gonna be moving out with that fleet anytime soon. Maybe start a fresh fleet on Kuwat or something. Like, if we can knock out Greater Maldrude, I'm mostly just curious who they're going to join. Probably the PA at this point. Like, there's a bunch of stuff that I would like to be able to do. It's just, like I was saying, I don't have the time to do extra stuff right now. So it's more trying to define what kinds of things I do actually do on the channels, rather than trying to do, like, 80 different things halfway.